Policy 2520, the civility, decorum, and respect for the functioning and dignity of the school board shall be maintained at all times. As a result, the chairman will not approve posting of written public comments that are breaches of decorum or the rules set forth in policy 2520. Those who need translation, interpretation assistance, or reasonable accommodation for any type of disability in order to be able to participate meaningfully in school board.
Because this isn't about science. This board has already shown us you don't even believe in basic biology. I've got a chilling quote from Vladimir Lenin.
You don't want to be good. Don't make them have to get into doing your dirty work. Natasha, go get Brenda Sheridan to escort her out.
No.
Ooh. All right. It's fine. Reverse this.
Ma'am, this is your last warning. You're going to be charged with
Please
trespassing.
charge me with trespassing.
Close the door, Doug.
I'm trying to speak, but I'm not allowed. And I'm told that I have to cover my face, okay? Even though I cannot. I have a deeply held religious conviction that covering my face is a submission to a lie, okay? And so you are going to violate my First Amendment rights, so I cannot speak when I've signed it to speak.
We're going to take a 5-minute recess while staff clears the room.
Yeah, all right. I hope you got that on camera. This is outrageous. People in here with their face lace and their face shields that are plastic, not stopping anything. All you want is submission to a lie.
All right, you have your say.
I definitely did.
They are eliminating her free speech. We have a whole bunch of us who still wanted to go out there to speak, and they weren't allowing her to. Last month, by the way, we were all not wearing masks at all. All of us. Everybody in this entire room was not wearing masks. But now all of a sudden, we have to wear masks again here. It's all under submission. It has nothing to do with this COVID. It is completely a control mechanism by LCPS. We, the parents, are sick and tired of this, and they've already messed up the freedom of speech, and now they're doing all the other stuff.
Oh no, go to
Oh, my freedom of speech is eliminated again because I talked to the press. So now I have to leave.
Please, ma'am.
Y'all go.
LCPS 5th grade student. 2 weeks ago, a fellow student of mine tested positive for COVID. I was forced to quarantine. While in quarantine, I never experienced any COVID-19 symptoms, nor did my family.
Now I'm going to need you to pull your mask back up. Thank you.
I also tested negative for COVID-19 and still wasn't let back into school. LCPS says, follow the science. Well, if you really want to follow the science, doctors and scientists say that COVID is so small it can get through any face mask, even if the face mask is fully covering your face, which in schools it's not. On the first 2 days of school, I was experiencing headaches and dizziness. It was very hard to breathe. It is very hard to breathe when I have to put my mask on immediately after PE and recess. There are times where I'll go to the bathroom and stay in there for a few minutes so I can actually breathe without having to put my mask on and immediately choke. I ask you to please take away the mask mandate so that me and my friends will be able to breathe. Thank you.
I was sitting outside. A child of about 10 approached me to tell me a better slogan for my shirt would be, "My health matters, since I won't make it past 40. First, joke's on him, I'm 50. But if a child is encouraged to say such things to an adult, what are children being encouraged to say to their classmates? What a 10-year-old says to me doesn't matter. I won't lose sleep. I will lose sleep, however, wondering what those parents are encouraging that young child to think.
Committees and regular school board agendas since pre-COVID. What policy is that? Professional conduct 75.
What will they say to a child of color? This is why the equity statement is important. This is why culturally responsive teaching is needed. This is why social emotional learning is needed. Black Lives Matter.
I don't understand how we got here, but we went through the summertime, everybody got fat, dumb, and happy, and here we are all again doing this ridiculous stunt with a board that will not allow the public to be in here for comments. How do you not allow the citizens that you are supposed to represent be in the room for comments?
We're make-believing that somehow I'm a danger to you. I don't even know. What, are we like 40 yards apart? If you think that you can catch COVID from there, you are unintelligent. So how long are we going to play make-believe? That's my question. How long are we going to pretend that whites are systemically racist? If white people are racist, why are racists on the school board? Why are racists in here? Why is there a racist security guard over here? Why aren't there more black people in here if whites are racist? We're supposed to pretend that masks work, they don't work. We're supposed to pretend that vaccines work, or maybe they do, or maybe they don't. Why should people get the vaccine if they're not in the risk group?
Marie Dean.
If you had to do someone's bidding to indoctrinate,
Good evening. My name is Scott Pressler, and I speak for over 800,000 people. I was also privileged to work for Alexandria City Public Schools. I'm here to speak on behalf of parental choice in education and against mask mandates and against vaccine passports. I believe fundamentally that parents, not government, should be able to dictate how to educate their children. Whether it's homeschooling, whether it's hybrid learning, whether it's virtual and homeschooling, parents should be able to make that decision. And I want to make it clear, I'm helping to recruit and train school board candidates across the country, including here in Loudoun County. We are organizing and preparing to make sure that we only elect school board members who are going to put parents first. And I also fully endorse and support cameras in classrooms. This would give us much needed accountability, and this would also put power in the hands of our parents. And every school board member that I am helping to train and recruit, I am going to be pushing for cameras in classrooms. Thank you for your time.
to be used in all elementary schools and 13 middle schools across the county. You would hurt parents who take the time to research. The devil is in the details.
No reason to believe he isn't fully immune, if not more so than you, or you. My family of 5 survived the 2 days of sniffles, and as a COVID surviving family, we have a greater risk to a vaccine side effect than catching COVID twice. So you think for 1 second I should vaccinate my healthy family who survived the COVID sniffles because you think it protects people like Brenda Sheridan and Beth Bartz and that other large woman who just spoke a few minutes ago, who clearly doesn't take care of their health compared to me and my family? You can think again. Hashtag, where is my healthy person card?
As the first executive director / chief of schools for LCPS, Ms. Mitchell has been serving.
Okay. Yeah, it can be quick. Yeah.
Okay, so
so I got there when she was discussing there was how she can be without a
yes.
mask.
Okay, so she firmly believes in not wearing the mask, and her point was last month at the same meeting, same board meeting, none of us had to wear our masks. And that was even when the governor gave the mandate and said K through 12s have to wear the mask, but none of us had to wear the mask then. So she's like, I don't understand, make up your mind, mask or no mask. And then she was very kind and cordial to the security team. The security team was kind and cordial. They didn't even want to have to deal with anything, but they were saying, if you don't wear the mask, you can't speak. And then she said, well, I still have, you know, freedom to speak. And they said, well, no, not unless you have our, wear your mask. And she's like, I refuse to wear the mask. It's my religious freedom. I do not wear a mask. And they said, we're sorry. And so then they decided to have the security come and tell her to leave. So they closed the door when it was her time, and they said, Natasha, go over to her name. And then they closed one of the sides, and then she ran to the other side where you guys were in the media. And when she was there, that's when she was speaking. And then that's when the board, Brenda Sheridan, the chair, said, cut off the broadcasting. And that's when they escorted her out. And then I was filming the whole thing on the outside of how the whole thing went down. And then how then, of course, the school board ran like, you know, little cowards out and said, turn everything off until we have our, you know, everything is calmed down again. And then I was asked to be escorted to leave as well because I guess I spoke and I was filming.